been absent for a while from YouTube, for a couple of weeks, I would say, because I am traveling. I'm in Spain right now, and I'm at Airbnb, which I love. And I just wanted to talk about staying sane in the age of overload, especially now with the situation in the whole world where it's very intense. We live in a world that's louder than a leaf blower outside your therapy session, right? When you're trying to speak and when you're trying to think clearly. The world is screaming for your attention, and the hardest flex right now is stillness, peace. We used to fear silence, remember, and fear of missing out, and now we crave that. We don't want to read the news and hear about all the awful things that are happening. We just, you know, fear of missing out. What are we missing out? We're missing out chaos right now, right? If you miss it out, but you can't miss it because it's out there. You scroll on TikTok, you scroll on Instagram, even you scroll on threads, and it is just the division and the chaos and the confusion and the violence and the insanity is out of this world. And I think that I want to address that today, especially now that I'm traveling and I'm outside the US. My perspective is completely different because there is insanity, of course, everywhere, but I am able to see how distraught and how much in fear I was for literally for my life as a Latina. And even though I'm a natural citizen, I still was in fear. And I have, by the way, I have my computer here, so I'm going to be looking. I'm going to try to see if I can set things up here where I don't have to look down on my computer, but it's a new environment, so bear with me, all right? Okay. So we are living in the attention economy, right? Like our attention is suctioned in the algorithm, in the news, in everything. And also our attention is just all over the place, right? And at the same time focused because there's events happening now, like what's happening in Minnesota right now. And I'm not getting political. I'm just telling you what I see on TikTok and what I see people, real humans, going through what they're going through, and the panic and the fear and the terror that they're going through. Um, and it just breaks my heart. And it's just, it's insane, right? And we're longing for that peace. Now, how can we find peace in this insane world right now, right? How can we do that? So we're going to discuss that today, and I definitely would love your feedback and would love for you to tell me your experience in this world. Hi, Calda Miss and Emma Ben. Forgive me if I screw up your screen names, but the ring light is so strong I can barely see the comments. But thank you so much for joining me. And we're talking about how to keep our peace in this world of insanity. Hi, AJ, the gamer, and it's okay. I don't mind. Okay, sweetheart. Thank you. Thank you. Betrayed by sins. Hi, betrayed by sins. Thank you for being here again. And thank you to all the new ones, the new people that are showing up. Okay. I speak Spanish. Hablas español, pero qué bueno. Pero acá en España hablan con, tú sabes que hablan así. It's sticking. It's like, I want to speak like the Spaniards now that I'm in Spain. By the way, everybody, I live in LA, but I'm traveling right now. I'm in Spain. Hola, ¿cómo estás? ¿Y qué más sabes hablar, eh? ¿Qué otras palabras sabes? And the other people are like, what the hell is she saying? I'm just asking him what other words he knows. Okay, so we have some Spanish. speaking people here. That's very cool. Que bueno. Safe travels. Thank you, Betrayed by Sins. I'm going to be here for a minute. Yeah. So, how you guys feeling with everything that's going on? Because I know I've been here for like 10 days only, and I was just like, it was driving me crazy, this whole situation in the US. So tell me a little bit about your experience, how you're feeling. Okay, I want to know that. C says Chase, speculatively, LOL. And Carl Denise, say inglés un poco, jajaja, gracias. A Duolingo, qué bueno. Duolingo is very good. If anybody wants to learn a language, Duolingo is kind of fun, actually. It's silly and goofy, and it has characters. So, yes, love the Duolingo. Who doesn't, right? Who doesn't love Duolingo? Um, uh, a lot. I have to move to Florida soon and I have car sickness. No, I hate that. I have it too. Do you have it like when other people drive, right? Because like I don't have it when I drive. When other people drive and if they drive fast and they stop, suddenly I get so car sick. Yeah, right. Hi, Andy. Good to see you guys. Thank you for being here, my loves. For real, right? Yeah, I know. It's like, it's insane. I know that car sickness. ¿Me puedes decir, por favor, cómo aprendiste inglés? ¿Cómo aprendí inglés? So in Argentina, I grew up in Argentina. I was raised in Argentina, and I went to a bilingual school where we did all the subjects in English and besides the Spanish school. So I went to school from like 7:30 a.m. to like 5 p.m. Oh my God. And we had like a 45-minute lunch. That was it. And some breaks in between. It was like, no wonder I'm a workaholic. It's like from an early age, my parents were like, "Shh, work." I love me some ice on a cold. Oh, okay. Minneapolis Day. Well, good for you, honey. Good for you. I don't. Um, and I don't think you're the vibe here. Okay. So, not our vibe. Yes, sir. Barney T. Cummings. What is sip? I can't read. Oh my God, forgive me, guys, but you'll know what I'm talking about. I'll read out your stuff. So, we do you guys go on like TikTok and scroll compulsively? Because I know I do that. At night, I'm like this, and I don't know. I can't even tell you how many times the phone landed on my nose, and I'm like, oh my God, I hope I didn't break my nose. Um, I GTG, I'm sorry. What is GTG? Come on, tell me what is GTG. I'm Gen X, so I don't know what GTG is. Enlighten me, my love. I have to go. Oh no. Oh, I gotta go. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, honey. Well, I hope to see you again. I'm gonna do these chat with Grace every couple of weeks, and then of course this month is for a month. I'm going to do just lives with my character Belle, and Belle is a lot of fun. You'll love her. You will, LOL. Okay, good. I'm glad I'm going to see you, honey. That's great. Have an amazing day, night, whatever it is there. It's night here in Spain, and if you are in the US, it's day. So have a good rest of your day. All right. So you know, when we scroll, it's like it can be overwhelming. I don't know if it happens to you guys. And it's not just the situation that's happening now, but it's just like the whole thing. I don't know, my algorithm. I change my algorithm to like puppies because I'm like, this is too much, right? Do you guys do that? I'm like, puppies, hashtag puppies. And I just want to watch puppies and cats because it is so much. It is so intense, you guys. So anyway, another thing I wanted to ask you, do you guys in the morning, what do you do in the morning? Like when you wake up, do you immediately start scrolling and, and just like, go through the like TikTok or Instagram or whatever you use. You like to scroll. You eat. That's the first thing. Good. I eat, but I also scroll at the same time. I'm gonna be honest. I do that, and that's not very healthy. What I'm learning here in Spain is to eat and be silent and hear the silence. In LA, I live in a very busy street, right? Um, what? Like hear the silence, like when you're quiet, and you hear nothing. Well, you hear silence, which to somebody who lived in LA for a long time, it can be unnerving. It's like, what's happening? Why is nobody talking or nobody honking or nobody being crazy? Um, so another thing that steals our joy, you guys, is comparison. Okay. You scroll and eat. Yes, I do. I know, isn't it sick? I just scroll, I eat, scroll. I actually put my phone like on something and I just scroll and eat. Yes. You don't do that? I'm telling you, I'm addicted to just scrolling. And it's not necessarily doom scrolling because like I said, I changed my algorithm to puppies and cats. But like another thing is comparison with social media. It's like people start comparing and it kind of steals your joy. Do you guys compare yourselves like when you see people doing stuff or they're in better shape than you or which is everybody or they're somewhere where you want to be? Do you kind of like compare your lives and you're like, oh, I thought I had a good life, but it's not that great? So we have to be careful not to compare ourselves because that will definitely steal your joy for sure. And what I can't see the drawings. What is it? It's so cute. It's like a little looks like a little Smurf. I don't know. This is what I say. Looking in the mirror. That's my interpretation of your emojis, Andy. Thank you for being here, Andy. You're a lot of fun. Good vibes only here. We only accept good vibes. Anybody who's not good vibes, I just remove them from the live immediately. But everybody so far has been good vibes. And but anyway, let's keep going and see how we can make our lives more joyful and have more peace in this crazy, crazy world. Okay. You don't need to keep up. You need to catch up with yourself, right? When we compare ourselves, it's like an imaginary race, right? Like we're racing against what? Comparing ourselves to other people? No. It's like you do you, right? And I tell this to myself because I do that. We all do it, right? We compare ourselves to other people and their lives. Um, and speaking of like having breakfast and scrolling and learning how to just be in silence, right? And silence can scare us. I know it scares me. Does silence scare you guys? Let me know. Because I used to equate silence with loneliness. And so it would really scare me like, oh my God, the silence just makes me feel like I am so alone in this world. And it's not true. It's just learning how to appreciate the silence and how to embrace it rather than just, scroll or put music or whatever. Sometimes I do put music in the morning. Hi, another Love Johnson. Okay. I love the screen names, guys. You kill me with that. So, welcome to the live, my love. Thank you for being here. Uh, and Andy says, my phone at 0. I'm not joking. I'm for real. That's weird. My phone's at 0. Yeah, at 0, right? Is it weird? Do I do scroll sometimes my phone on like mute and just look at the images or read because everybody now has captions on their videos, right? Um, not, well, not everybody. I don't put captions for some of mine. I need to really do that, note to self. But anyway, so yeah, so Apparently, I researched a little bit of science for you guys. So, neurologically, our brains aren't wired for 24/7 stimulations. We're built for rhythms: inhale, exhale, wake, rest, effort, recovery. But modern life keeps us on permanent on mode, and that kind of fries our circuits, right? It's like on. And that's why we need to just chill and hear the silence, which again, I've been doing a lot here in Spain, even though I'm a kind of busy street, and I'm on the ground floor. Hi, David. How are you? I missed you so much too. So good to see you. Thank you for being here. I'm so happy you could make it. Tell me, have you been, David? Have you been? I am here in España in my Airbnb. I love my Airbnb. It's super cute. And I was telling everybody, David, that I'm listening to the silence in the morning instead of scrolling like I used to in LA. So yeah, I'm just listening to the silence and just being calmer. Life here in Spain, let me tell you guys, it's so much more chill than what it is in LA. I'm just comparing it to LA or a city like New York. You know, LA and New York, there are different vibes, but they're very, very busy. So here, people, also the food. Oh my God, the food, you guys. It is so real. It's completely different from the US. When I lived in Argentina, I ate food like this, and I completely forgot what real food tastes like. I don't know what the hell they do. Even organic food in like, because I am vegan, and even the organic stuff is kind of like weird, and it's big and it's harder, and it's just, I don't know, it's just I have been having grace withdrawals. I need my lady. You are my light. Oh, thank you. I love you. I love you so much, David. Thank you. Thank you. You're my light. So it works both ways, right? It's not a one-way street. Um, so I've been doing again some research for you guys about, you know, just being more chill in a crazy world like we're living right now. So every time you unplug, your parasympathetic nervous system, the calm one, finally kicks in. And that's a good thing. That's when your body says, we can heal now. And you know, when we're constantly doing stuff and not giving ourselves time for silence, for calm, for rest, for being with ourselves, I think we're not allowing our body to heal. And our bodies heal when they rest, right? David, you're a doctor, right? When you rest, your body heals. When you're sick, that's why you rest. Your immune system is working overtime. And what do you need? Rest. So I used to get sick a lot because I used to overdo things and just work, 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 do. And now when I am tired, I honor my body and I'm like, okay, today I'm going to take off, or I'm going to take naps, or I'm going to just chill and walk by the beach, or just sit by the beach, or whatever, so I can rest and I don't push myself to the point of getting sick later. So yeah, you just we need to provide our bodies with time off, really. I used to be an athlete, a competitive swimmer, so uh, even then, even then, we used to train for 6 days and then one day of rest. And then before a swim meet, we used to take a couple of days off, or even 3 days off, because then your body would repair from all the training, and so you would be like super fast, right? So we have to give our bodies and our souls too time to breathe, time to be silent, time to be quiet. So another thing that I wanted to talk about, and I'm looking down because I have my computer here, so bear with me. I have my little notes. So creativity doesn't come from chaos. That is so true. It emerges from space, from being silent, from looking within, right? When you look within, then you are more creative. That's why your best ideas like hit in the shower or when you're walking or when you're driving. It's not random, it's literal biology. So again, we gotta take time to be hold on here. Oh, no, 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 no. I don't want to do this. Oh, how do I do this? Okay. It's asking me to start a Q&A. Oh God, no. Okay, I got it. Phew. All right. David says, I run 22 miles a day, as you know. Yes, I do. It's my morning dopamine. It clears my mind. Of course, absolutely. And that's yeah, exactly when you walk, when you run, when I remember when I used to swim, there's no stimuli really. You just like can't hear anything under the water. Well, half under the water. Your one ear is out but your ear, this one, if you're breathing like this one's full of water. So it's very quiet and it's almost like you're in the womb again, right? You just like in a different, like in the matrix, like a different, like when they move in the matrix, like that's how it feels underwater when I trained. And that was to me amazing and so therapeutic. So I understand, David, like running is the same thing. It's just like you're focused on what you're doing, but at the same time your mind is resting, so to speak, right? So let's talk about scrolling. Do you guys doom scroll a lot? Do you scroll a lot? Because again, I do. I am guilty. Everything I'm telling you, I'm not preaching or anything. I'm just telling you all the shit that I do that I shouldn't do. Okay. So, when you scroll nonstop, your brain, this is scientific facts. When you scroll nonstop, your brain doesn't get to complete the stress cycle. It's like leaving emotional laundry in the washer. Everything starts to smell funky after a while. Yeah, because, and I notice, like before I go to sleep, I scroll, 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 and then I have nightmares or I dream about what I'm scrolling. And I also feel like my brain is not stopping and it needs to stop, it needs to rest. I don't know about you guys. Do you guys have the same problem? Like it's really hard to like stop thinking or to stop scrolling or to just be in silence for more than a minute? I don't know. Tell me, because I am lost. I don't know what else to do. I think I'm overstimulated. I'm used to be overstimulated. And so I'm always thinking, always, doing something with my mind because I can't stop it. It is so annoying. So even though I do all these things, I have practical tips, okay, that I'm going to share with you. And doesn't mean that I do them or apply them. I try my best to, okay, to apply these. So, digital detox life. Okay. Um, no phone for the first 30 minutes of your day. That's hard. For me, that's really, really hard. 30 minutes, and I wrote this shit. Um, Instead, breathe, sip some tea. Okay, I do that. And stretch. I do stretch in the morning. That's a very good thing to do. And I do my best to let my spirit load before my apps do. Um, I also do listen to 432, 528, and 936 hertz frequencies, which are very healing. I highly recommend that in the morning. While I sip my tea, I have my phone next to me and I'm like, I would have looked so bad. But I do. I think I can do that not for 30 minutes. I need to work up to my 30 minutes of digital detox. But I know I can do it for like 15. I can do 15. Let's see. David says, an hour before bed, I turn off all media. Good for you. And focus on the morning and sleep with no light, but I do need a fan. Yeah, I don't know if I need a fan. I actually, like now, oh, you live in Vegas. In Spain right now, it's kind of coldish. So, and also like in Spain, in Sicilia, I have a sweater, my hat, my little beanie, because inside, even with the heater, it's cold in Spanish buildings. And this is a loft, so it's like very high ceilings. And but yeah, not with a fan. I do sleep with the AC on sometimes at night in the summer. Oh, hi, Clara. Yes, I do remember you. I was that girl, Clara. I remember you and Emma, of course, the from Croatia. Am I correct? Did I get the right country? Because I know I remember we talked about how beautiful your country is. I want to go visit. I'm in Spain right now. I'm not far from you. I'm a little closer. Right. See, I remember. I totally remember. So crazy because I was thinking of you and Emma. I am not kidding you. Like yesterday, I was like, oh, those girls were so sweet, girl. And you show up today? That's crazy. I love that. David says, I refer to you as in Spain because you are so far away. No, no. Spain. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, it has the word pain in it. Is that a good omen that I'm in Spain? Yeah, well, I'll be traveling for a while. Let's put it that way. I'll be traveling for a while. My hair is, I'm telling you, I'm not doing anything with my hair. I'm very free here. I don't give a shit. I don't wear makeup. My hair is what it is. This is my natural hair with like little waves and stuff. Um, I just want you happy, Grace. Oh, thank you. I want you happy. I want all my friends happy. I want them safe, happy, and at peace. Oh, thank you, David. Thank you. And you're very handsome. Thank you. You make me blush. Uh, but so Clara, tell me how have you been doing? I know I remember we talked about your singing, right? With you and Emma. Did you keep in touch with Emma? What's going on, my love? Tell me. I am very nosy. I'm like Auntie Grace, the nosy Auntie Grace. Um, so okay, while we get answers. So okay, another thing is the silent no, okay? You don't always have to delete or block someone. You can mute somebody, like on Instagram and all the social medias, you can mute their messages, right? Boundaries are not rejection, they're protection. Sometimes I don't want to hear from certain people, or a lot of people are contacting me and it's overwhelming. And so I have to prioritize who do I reply to, right? When you have a sizable following, that's what happens a lot of times. So, you know, manage your time. I used to like reply to everybody and I used to get overwhelmed and very stressed sometimes. But now I set boundaries and like if somebody contacts me every day and they're not my boyfriend, it's like, no, right? I had somebody who was contacting me every day and I appreciate that. I love that. But even if they were my boyfriend, I would not be like every day, twice a day. Like it's a little too much. All right. So what I did was actually kindly tell the person, can you contact me like every 2 or 3 days or every other day? But it's just I'm overwhelmed with messages, and it's not that I'm rejecting you, it's that I'm protecting my time and my peace, right? So another thing that we can do to stay peaceful in a chaotic world is scroll awareness. And I know, I'm terrible at it. I'm constantly, seriously, I think I'm developing like some kind of arthritis or something from the finger. So tell me, David, what is it? You're a chiropractor. What can I do with my fingers? It looks like I have- it is so sad. My fingers are like they're really hurt. Like, and this part of my hand, it hurts. It's from scrolling. It's like my muscles are like, hey, give me a break. I'm like, no, I'm gonna keep scrolling because I love it. And I've been doing here in Spain too. It's like I don't give myself a break. Do you guys do that too? I know you don't want to fess up to it because I've been asking it and nobody said yes yet. But I make myself vulnerable and I tell you the truth. I don't fool around. Um, so when you catch yourself doing that, and I'm telling this mostly to myself, just say, ask yourself, is this hypnotizing me or is it helping me? Sometimes, when we scroll on TikTok and you're in a good algorithm, then you can learn stuff. I get my news from TikTok. I'm not kidding. I don't watch the news. I haven't watched the news forever. And I get what's going on from like real life, which is kind of like the news nowadays, right? Social media is the news and opinions galore. But anyway, all right. So have a no scroll Sunday. Yeah, like that's gonna happen, right? Um, mm, Not in this lifetime, but I'm just telling you what I think would be a good idea. No scroll Sunday. I can try. What do you guys think? Should we try like a no scroll Sunday? Oh, I'm gonna miss it. So replace the endless feed with like a walk, journaling, or just stillness, just being. And I know that when I stop scrolling and when I'm with myself and I'm meditating or I'm breathing as in like inhale, exhale, like kind of like before you meditate, right? My creativity and my intuition go, phew. I'm doing a writing workshop right now, and that's what we do before we start writing. We do meditation, and I'm telling you, I've been writing some really good pieces, which I think I'm going to tape and put them on Storytime with Grace here on this channel. I'm working on a solo show, so that's all I'm gonna say. I'm always working on something. See, like I can't be still. Okay, anyway, let's see. And also another thing that would be good, which is never going to happen in my lifetime, but maybe you guys can do it if you're having an issue with doom scrolling. Digital sabbatical reset. So once a month, pick like 24 hours where your only connection is the present moment and not your Wi-Fi. I think if I did that, my creativity would be like through the roof. I could probably write the solo show in a day. I don't know. By the way, my life here in Spain is really fun. Been waiting for, I have tons of bags because I'm going to be here for a while. And I've been waiting all last week. I waited for FedEx to bring me the bags. And because I don't have a Spanish phone number, I had to stay here because I gave a friend of mine's phone number. And so I had to stay here and make sure, I have air tags on all my bags. By the way, if you travel, put air tags on your bags, in your bags, because I knew where my babies were at all times. It's amazing. So anyway, I knew, like I spent a whole day looking at FedEx, at my air tags, find my air tags, my luggage. And finally, when it said 0 miles, I knew they were here. But oh my God, it was like they were all over the place and I was waiting for a whole day. So this weekend, I am going to go to the beach and go around where I am right now. And I'm going to post videos on this channel and on Instagram. So stay tuned for those. All right. Let's see. Okay, so what is your biggest digital distraction? And how do you feel after using it? I want to know. Can you guys tell me? Tell me. Okay, so I wanted to tell you a story about silence. One time I tried to meditate, right? Um, and my phone was in the room. It dinged like 11 times. I don't think I was meditating. I was just waiting for the next ding. So yeah, when you meditate, make sure you turn your phone off or put it in another room because it's so annoying. And it's almost like, I don't know if this happens to you, like if I have my phone next to me and I'm doing something and I hear ding, 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 I always look. Always. And sometimes I'm like, I should not, I should keep rolling with my creativity, but no, no, no. I have to look at that damn phone. And it's the stupidest shit that it's telling me, like somebody replied to your like on TikTok. It's like, dude, why am I doing this to myself? So David says, my brothers are riding motorcycles through Red Rock Canyon all weekend. Wow, that sounds so fun. Do you ride with you? So you guys ride motorcycles. That is so fun. I I don't do motorcycles. I don't do like scuba diving, skydiving. I am so conservative when it comes to things like that. I'm not adventurous that way. So I appreciate that you and your brothers are adventurous that way because I'm sure it's super fun to ride motorcycles and it makes you feel free. Doesn't it make you feel free? I'm just guessing, right? Like traveling makes me feel free. I love traveling. When in the US, in America, with my car, I loved, like when I did a lot of stand up and I had to travel, I loved traveling in my car and going everywhere in my car. And just I love traveling. That to me is my drug. Yeah, of choice. Um so let's see. Okay, so and what else did I want to tell you? Oh, when you meditate, you guys, like, do you hear yourself breathe and it annoys the shit out of you? Like I can hear my heartbeat, it's so hard to meditate and not hear stuff or not think. It's so hard. So now what I do is like if the thought comes to me, I'm like, okay, I hear you, but we're not going to entertain you today because I'm trying to meditate. But it's just so hard to be silent when you have thoughts and when you have an environment that there's going to be noises. That, let's face it, it's going to happen. So, but, I think that, I don't know about you guys, but I think I would love to have like mornings more of like a ritual. Like my mornings, I think the mornings are very important because it's the first, you're awake, the first hours that you're awake. So what I like to do now is sip some tea, try not to doom scroll, and put on music like the frequencies that I told you about, the healing frequencies. And that is as far as I can go because then I'd start like, oh, I should be doing this, I should be doing that. Um, but when the moments that I am with myself and in silence, it's amazing, the creativity and the intuition, incredible. Um, so I think peace isn't something that you buy, you post or download. It's something that you practice. So that's why I was, giving you guys practical tips to myself too. It's something that you practice. It's something that you learn to not entertain thoughts or emotions that will lead you to chaos instead of peace, right? So it's kind of like a choice in a way. And I know a lot of people, and including myself, sometimes we can't choose peace, or we're not willing to choose peace. But I think if we choose it as much as we can, then it becomes a practice and it becomes kind of like a habit. And I think that's a very good positive thing to do. And Also, another thing that's important to keep your peace before reacting, which I am very much a reactor. Pause. When you pause and you don't entertain the low frequency emotions like shame, anger, guilt, then your vibrational state goes higher, right? So I think that to keep your peace, definitely think before you react. And remember, you're not behind. You're just overloaded in this world. It's just the stimuli is just so intense. And we need to return to silence, you know, and so we can be within us, connected to us, to our higher self. And some people, okay, like the angel says, passing through, Jesus is soon coming. We all have to repent. I understand what you're saying, but um, I think personally, I think that what Jesus was saying is do as me, not worship me. So, yes, Christ consciousness is real, and I believe it's linked to our higher selves, right? And repent, okay. I think that repent is really going from your lower frequencies to the higher frequencies. That's my interpretation, but I appreciate what you say, Angel, and I respect your beliefs. So bottom line is choose silence, choose peace, always, okay? And before you react, pause and detox from the noise that the world gives us, like our phones, our, people calling you and draining your energy, or the noises outside your place or the noises inside your place. So yeah, detox. Definitely. The soul needs the space and the body needs the space too. It needs to heal. Your soul, during times of healings, like I remember during my cancer treatment, I had no choice but to sleep and be at peace. And that I learned a lot about myself because I was forced to be quiet, and I slept a lot, by the way, and I didn't have the energy to do much, so I was forced to go inside my soul, and that's when a lot of good changes happened and a lot of realizations about life and what I wanted from life and the priorities that I was going to have in my life. So yeah, it came from silence, but I was forced into it. Yeah, cancer was like, girl, you're gonna stay home, sleep a lot, and go inside your soul and do some research, and then I'll go away. I think that was the deal. Yeah, cancer was kind of like an abusive boyfriend, but we all learn from the bad experiences too, don't we? So anyway, so when you return to silence, basically you'll remember who you really are. So, all right, you guys, this was so fun. Thank you so much for being here. And don't forget that next Monday, Bill is going to be shooting the shit with you guys. And I'm going to do Chat with Grace. I'm going to focus more on Chat with Grace and Quantum AF and Reach Out Recovery. Those are going to be the three things I'm going to focus on this channel, which are all, this channel is your journey to joyful living. It's all about returning to yourself and to your natural state of joy and peace. I love me some Belle. Yes, David. Belle is one of the favorites. Everybody loves Belle. And Psychic Priscilla, she's getting some pull, but I'm gonna do like a month, um, just one character, like 2 or 3 times a week. From now on, I kind of changed some things that I'm gonna do, and that's what I'm gonna do. Just focus on one character per month. So it's going to be a bellathon this month. So stay tuned. And so she's going live Monday and Thursday at 11 a.m. Pacific time, 2 p.m. Eastern time, which is 8 p.m. in Spain, which is fine. I kind of like to work at night. I used to do a lot of stand up. So nights are my thing, baby. So I'm a night owl. Yeah, that's what I am. Anyway, all right, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. I hope this helped. I know it helped me to talk with you. You're always giving me, so much, and I hope I'm giving you as much or more. I don't know, whatever. Who's measuring? We're not measuring. It's not about quantities, but I hope that some of the things that we talked about stuck with you. And I know they stuck with me. I know Grace needs to stop doom scrolling, and I need to have like more silence in the mornings. Okay, basically, that's what I need. What do you need? Let me know in the comments when, even after the live, let me know. Oh, miss you. So good to see you, Grace. So good to see you too, David. I'm so happy that you made it today. And when you were not here in the first few minutes, I was like, oh, I hope he makes it. And you made it. Yay. So anyway, you guys, I will see you on Belle will see you on Monday because I don't know Belle. It's not me. She's me. Anyway, so I'll see you guys Monday. And in 2 weeks, another chat with Grace. And next Friday, it's going to be Quantum AF. Okay? All right, my loves. I love you. Thank you so much for joining me. And